Hi Krupesh, hi Tom. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good, thank you.
I guess people are still running a little late. So maybe what we can do is get the session started. And anyway, it is getting recorded and we will be putting it on YouTube after doing some basic edits. So I guess it will be useful for the community in the long run. They can go through it after some time. So does it sound good to you both?
Sounds great.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me just get started. So hi everyone, I'm Gitika. I manage marketing at Serva. At Serva, we are building the world's first personalized B2B protocol called MOI. And we do these sessions regularly where the validator community catches up and discusses what it is like to be a validator on MOI and how their experience has been. So today we have Krupesh and Tom with us, and they were our first institutional validators. So they're here to share this experience. So hi Tom, hi Krupesh, welcome to the Validator Catchup. I
Thank
would
you. Thank you.
I would request you both to quickly give us a brief introduction.
After you. So yes, I've born and brought up in India. I've been there for 24 years. Studied in Pune in Symbiosis, and from last 12 years I'm here. I was in Auckland, um, and then for 4 years I was in a startup, and then I moved to Nelson, which is a small town on the South Island, top of the South, and I work in the health sector over here in the district health board.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah, and I met Tom there, and I've been because I was uh, earlier in the startup world, so I've been involved with some idea validations and building POCs and MVP and all this stuff. So in 2019, I came across MOI. In a very early stage, I was actually validating a concept, and I was just researching, and it was just so fascinating to know. And since then, I've been following MOI, and as the time come uh, for this, the validation and all, Tom was ready with all the hardware, so we just get started, and it's been fantastic. And I'm glad that I could bring Moi to this land, and look forward to contribute more. And I'll let Tom speak.
Yep, thanks, Krupesh. So I've been in New Zealand 15 years. My wife is from Nelson, where we live, so that's why we moved over here. Prior to that, I studied electronic engineering in England, um, various different jobs, but as Krupesh mentioned, we actually shared an office working for the health sector. So that was quite a few years ago, and we've kept in contact and um, yeah, I've been involved in various different blockchain projects, but I can go into detail of those later. But yeah, really interested in what Moi's doing and keen to be a part of it, really.
That's nice. Thank you, both of you, for your introduction. So, how did you both discover blockchain? Like, how did you get started in the blockchain world?
Yeah, so it goes back
Investor,
to,
yeah.
sorry, goes back to probably 2017. I started mining Ethereum proof of work. So because I kind of like computers and electronics, I got some graphic cards and just really learnt myself. Um, Scaled that up reasonably big, so I mined Ethereum for quite a few years, and yeah, then got more involved in storage protocols, such as Filecoin and Chia. So yeah, that's really my journey, and it's just been a fascinating journey. It's so interesting, the whole space.
I'm actually beginner, I would say. I was when Tom was mining crypto, I was struggling to actually manage my own finances. So I was I'm a latecomer, but um, since that I found it and I understood it, I was probably a naysayer, I would say. Never looked into it, frankly, and I actually picked it up in 2019. and it's just my journey of crypto actually and blockchain started with MOI. So I picked that first. And from there, actually, I understood how other things work and it started making sense. Um, I know my early days when I used to get engaged with Ganesh and Ananta and really had a really stupid questions going to them. But now I can say I know my stuff and I'm more interested to build something on MOI, something really meaningful. So I have patience. I'm with working with Tom. We are going to keep strengthening this test net and to make sure that we soon go towards the mainnet. And yeah, and then in background I'm working on what actually I want to do on mainnet.
Oh, interesting. So, what's your favorite thing about MOI? Like, what interested you?
It's for me it's because it's first coming from India, L1 network.
Right.
So that was, I was really fascinated by that. And again, as I said, I'm really glad that I could be sort of play a role and contribute to take it over here or bring that stuff here. Um, uh, and yeah, that's the main reason. But after that, actually, as I learned and as I found the what is the meaning of value, and as I read your paper, I actually started becoming serious about blockchain. And and today actually I have my own NFT. It's very it's very I don't market it, but yeah, it's been a really good journey. I've been a student and with MOI it's fantastic. It's something new. It feels really innovative and uh, um, really something to put your at least a decade into and see where we go.
Yeah. So Krupesh knew that I was involved in Filecoin and Chia, so he basically told me about Moi. I'd not heard of it, and just the fact that it's got everything blended together, storage and identity, and
Yes.
sort of the different transactions based on context. Just it seems like the whole package. So yeah, so we were keen to get involved, and I just love the space. It's just an interesting place to be.
You know it, right? Data ownership and context of a transaction. What else you need to get interested?
Right.
Huh? So yeah, yeah.
So, you both have been validators for quite some time. So, before becoming MOI validators, were you validators for other blockchains as well?
Yep. So yeah, it started with Ethereum. Obviously, being a miner, that's you create a full node. Then we got involved in Filecoin pre-mainnet. So there were the various incentivization competitions, which is where myself and Ben, my business partner, who couldn't be here today, we formed InfoFarm Limited, which is our company, and we basically built servers, quite high-end AMD Epic servers, which then gave us the capability to actually get involved in a lot of other protocols. So when Chia was pre-mainnet again, it was the miners who actually created all the nodes. So we're still running Filecoin and Chia nodes.
How about you, Krupesh?
I'm running on my personal capacity. I'm running one node, and yeah. So as I said, these guys are expert. I'm learning from them, but we have a good number of servers and good capacity here. So I've actually learned a lot, and I'm now going to move my node onto our cluster and have actually scale it. So I actually managed to run it on a Windows server and with Docker. So yeah, it's running on a Windows in my home. So I'm now actually going to move it here, and I'm going to keep my Krama ID, um, and yeah, and just leverage what we have under Tom, and then yeah, I'll probably have some nodes going forward under me, but not I right now. I'm running one node. I'm just trying to. I'm actually exploring your other that the portal that you have, I'm actually exploring that. When I logged into moiverse.io, I can see my activity. I can. I'm trying to understand the ecosystem rather than just running. I want to be ready when the mainnet is ready. So my interest is pretty much in that application side. I'm looking forward to the SDKs and things.
Yep.
Sure. I guess Rahul wants to add something to this conversation. Rahul?
Yeah, so I just have one question. Tom, I heard, yeah, you have been a validator for Ethereum and also validator for Chia and Filecoin, right? So,
Yes.
what do you feel different about MOI? What is being a validator at MOI? How is that different from being a validator at any other protocol?
Good question. I think it's the value proposition that MOI has. So it's not just a storage node. Chia and Filecoin, especially, that they were just storage. And yeah, I think without putting anybody else down, I think your offering is more comprehensive and it's broader. It's got a broader appeal. So it's not just a single storage concept. It's actually integrated with the whole identity and transactional information. So and also, India's first level one. It's epic, really. It's a very exciting place to be. So
Cool.
I think the
Yeah,
offer is great.
keeping engineering, I understand the engineering as well, but yeah, I feel like the entry point itself is very easy, right? To become a MOI validator is pretty easy and pretty simple. The reason why MOI as a protocol, since we always call it as a participant centric protocol, right? So what we mean by that, see, when humans are going to interact more on the digital space, right, when Web3 is going to be the next internet, it's the entry barrier for Web3 should also be as minimal as like how do you use your internet, right? So that's the primary goal of our protocol, right? Our ecosystem. We want our validators to be the flag bearers of the next internet. We want to have a very minimal entry barrier, so any person can with basic knowledge can set up a node. That's the reason why you see it's pretty easy to set up a MOI node. And not only that, at engineering we've taken all the care to make it very simple, so that you can, as Krupesh said, yeah, basically you can run it on a Windows server, you can even run it on a Raspberry Pi, right? So we are keeping that in mind because we want to democratize this, we want to decentralize this, so that any person can join our network and be part of the network, make money out of it, contribute to the ecosystem. So yeah, being a validator in MOI is like being a flag bearer for next internet, right? Right. I hope we have, as a core team, we are trying to do our best to make it more simpler, easier. Like, how do you use internet today?
Yeah, no, I agree with the simplicity of access versus some of the other protocols that took a huge amount of computing power and effort to configure and run effectively. So, yep, you're doing a great idea there by making it accessible.
Yeah, and I also like. I mean, I have one more question to you, right? I guess you guys have given up your KYC or KYB, right? So how do you feel about it, right? It's like very few protocol ask for a KYB, right? Or KYC. So I guess you've heard it for the first time that being a validator means you need to give up a KYB or KYC, right? In an open network as well, being in a part of an open network as well. So how do you feel about it? And what's your take on it?
Yeah, I actually think it's great because it adds trust instantly to the network. So if all the node operators have been KYC or KYB, then that's reflecting trust into the network. So it's again something really simple that you guys have thought of, but it's definitely sets you apart as well. It's a good idea.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rahul. Yeah. So you both have been our validators for quite some time, and now we offer this new platform for institutional validators where you can run like up to 108 nodes. So how has your experience being an individual validator versus being an institutional validator?
Yeah, so I guess my background's hardware rather than operating systems and software, which is where Ben and Kripesh have much stronger strengths than myself. So moving from just running one or two on Ubuntu, for example, to actually deploying a whole cluster of nodes, we basically rebuilt some of our servers, changed the operating system to true NAS scale, and we've experimented with different virtual machines. So we're actually running Portainer for most of our nodes, which gives us a really nice user interface and dashboard that we can monitor individual nodes. It also allows us to distribute our nodes. So we've got different internet service providers. We've got different locations for our nodes, and also different servers. So we've tried to kind of decentralize and sort of make them more robust by having multiple providers for the nodes as well. So for instance, they're not all just running on one computer. That would be defeat the point of it. So yeah, we've had to learn different skills and figure out the best software for what we're trying to achieve. But that's part of the excitement as well.
Nice. So, what has your experience been like with MOI, and how do you see, what kind of engagement do you see in future?
I'll go first if that's okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
roll.
no, no, go ahead.
So yeah, I recognise some of the names on the call. You know, I've raised a few things which could have been bugs, or it could have been my lack of understanding of how the validators work on Discord, and yeah, the team been very responsive and, you know, very quick communication and helping resolve things. So there's an update a few days ago which enabled some of the first validator nodes that we created but didn't store the Crammer ID or the key store file. So we've been able to resurrect those. So yeah, I feel very supported, and you know, I feel the team has a high capability. So yeah, looking forward to the journey to mainnet with you guys. We'll do what we can to support and happy to test things. And we're part of the Filecoin sort of testing foundation, if you like. So we've been in the space before with other protocols. So yeah, just happy to support. Rubesh, you got anything to add?
Yeah, no, that summarized it well. I want to also, I'm looking forward to actually first scale my own nodes to a certain level. And I have a new server as well, so I want to spin a few virtual machines and do that first. But in long term, as I said first, you know, I have like long term vision with MOI. I want to see its application in the healthcare sector. You know, the data ownership, data interoperability, and I'm more interested in what that ecosystem look like when you can actually have all your data under your own control, and you can, you know, move around with that. And next thing is it's I want to create a game on top of it in your moviverse.io environment that you are building on top of it. I want to, you know, have my NFTs there. So currently, as I said, I have my NFTs launched, but it is just 20. It is on Polygon, and that is just for the testing purpose and to put my white paper out there. But in future, very soon, I want to take that into the MOI ecosystem and engage your team to actually, you know, do that. And obviously, yeah, just experience this whole change firsthand.
Yeah, in exciting times, right? Like not just for MOI, but blockchain industry as a whole is gonna change so
Yes.
much. Yeah, and
Yeah.
even in our company, we feel the way things evolve is quite fast. Like the vision we had a year back, and now what we are working on, it has evolved so much, and moving as we get feedback and we innovate, evaluate, and innovate. So it's a journey for us as well, right? Yeah. Anybody from audience would like to pitch anything? This is the time. And I really want to thank both of you. Okay, I think Ganesh wants to add something. Hi, Ganesh.
Hey, hi, Gitika. Wishing every Indian audience a very good morning or a good afternoon, and to our friends in New Zealand, a very good evening, I suppose. Uh, I'm
Right.
really, yeah, I'm really excited to see you, Krupesh and Tom, be part of the Validator community calls. Um, this is a reflection of the kind of global support that we are getting. And this time, global actually means literal because we have support all the way from the West Coast, San Francisco, now to the other side of the stretch, according to one view of the globe, right? So that's New Zealand as well. So that is just so exhilarating for us internally at Team MOI. To see the kind of support that we are getting from you guys, and to see the thrill in your eyes to actually be part of this, not because it's just another L1 protocol, but mostly because this is a digital reimagination of how we will interact in the age of metaverse. And that's a box that needs a lot of unpacking, and it's good to see so many helping hands coming together and making this project a success. So uh, I just came on stage just to congratulate both of you and your team, who've been working very patiently with our team, our developers, and the validator team to host nodes at personal capacity as well as at institutional level. I want to congratulate you and your team for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Our
Good to
pleasure
be
is
here.
all
Yeah.
all ours, actually. Very frank.
Mighty nice of you, Kripesh. And yeah, I guess this keeps going on, and we get more support and stay stronger as a community, and bring personalization to the digital world, and have fun, right? So, but yeah,
So I guess Sai wants to add something to this conversation. So, hi, Sai. You can unmute. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, hi, Rupesh. Hi, Tom. To add to the Ganesh point, like if you ask me, Ganesh, the inputs the Tom has given and the bugs that he had raising, like it made our binary very robust. If you see in the previous release, we just had 0.3.1 release. So I'm very thankful for that. So, just to add to that point.
absolutely, Sai. I'm in 100% agreement that most of the validators we have right now, be it institutional or individuals, most of them have been quite active on Discord, either on DMs or in the Discord groups, and giving us feedback on how to make the experience better for everyone. So I'm really happy that that's happening, and at the same time, you and the team are picking it up and fulfilling those dreams.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us. It's been good to catch up.
Yeah, and we look forward to join on more calls in the future. So best wishes from our end. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking out time. And as Ganesh pointed out, we are all in like different time zones right now. It's morning for me, afternoon for most people, evening for you guys. So yeah, it's like Moist like validator program is like truly global, and we'll keep finding times to sync up and catch up with each other and learn from each other, I guess, and make this journey even better for all of us involved. Yeah. Thank you, both of you, for joining us. And thank you so much to a lovely audience. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gitika. Thank you, Kripesh and Tom again. Have a good one.
Cheers. Yeah.